In today's video, we'll be going over how to set up payroll for your S corporation. Now, if you've just set up your S Corp or you've just elected your LLC to be taxed as an S Corp, you'll know that running payroll is a very important part of running your business. You're probably aware of the tax benefits when it comes to running payroll and how it can help you avoid that 15.3% self-employment tax on a good portion of your income. But if you're not aware of that, we'll leave some links down below for you guys to check out. But yeah, essentially when it comes to running your S corporation, you need a way to get the money from your business to your own personal account. And that's where payroll comes in. In this video, I'll show you exactly step-by-step how to set up payroll for your company through a platform called Gusto. I've tried out all the different platforms and by far Gusto is the best one. So that's why I really recommend it. And also if you guys sign up for Gusto using the link down below, you're actually gonna get a free $100 gift card when you run your first payroll. Before you guys can actually sign up for Gusto and run payroll, there are some things that you need to have. The first is gonna be your S corporation's EIN number. You can get your EIN by yourself for free, but if you guys used any of those S Corp providers, they likely did that for you. You'll also want to get a bunch of information from your team members in your company. So that's going to be you yourself, as well as any other independent contractors or employees you have. I'll list those things right here and feel free to pause the video and write these down if you want. But of course, when you guys actually go through Gusto, it's going to prompt you for this information, but it doesn't hurt to start getting it right now. Next is you're going to want to actually classify your employees. So are they W-2 employees or are they independent contractors? This is very important that you guys do this correctly because if you don't, this can lead to a lot of big penalties. So yeah, you yourself as the owner of the business, you're likely going to be an employee. And then depending on how your other contractors or employees work for you, they'll be classified as appropriate. Now, if you guys click on the link down below, it's going to take you to this exact page on Gusto. And from here, we'll be able to really quickly set up our payroll. So it's going to ask you a few questions. Feel free to answer these. How do you currently run payroll? Let's say we're new to running payroll, but of course, choose the appropriate answer, choose any of these or click other. After that, it's going to have you create an account and you guys can do this either through Google or you guys can actually fill out this information right here. And when you do that, you'll be able to click create account. After you do this, it's going to take you through the payroll setup process. And this does take a little bit longer since you're going to have to provide a good amount of information about your business as well as your team. But once you guys get through this, the payroll process is pretty simple. You guys can automate it and that's going to save you guys a ton of time. So after I have all this information entered in, we'll click create an account. It's going to send you an email and from there, you'll be able to confirm your account. After that, it'll ask you to secure your account with your mobile phone number. We'll click text my code. And once I get my verification code, I'll enter that in right here. Confirm. Now we can continue setting up our account. So the first thing it's going to ask you is who you're planning to actually pay. So myself, if you have any employees, you can check that. And if you have any contractors, domestic or international, we'll check that as well. After that, we'll click submit. Next, it's going to ask us about our payroll timeline. So when is your first desired payday with Gusto? You can always change this later, but we'll select a date right here. It's going to ask, will this be your company's first payday in 2023? If it is, select yes. If not, select no. And then is it the first payroll ever for this company? Select yes or no. After that, it's going to ask us about our W-2 employees, since I did say that I am paying W-2 employees. So enter all this information. You guys can always change this later on. We'll select our state right here and we'll select owner, submit. We'll then put some information about the contractors. Since I said I did have contractors, you can say no, submit. And it's going to ask us about our company's entity type and industry. So we'll select S corporation, but if you guys have an LLC, you guys can select that. What industry are you in? We'll say education, and then we'll click submit. After that, it's going to ask you for a lot more details about your company, your team, and your taxes. So we'll click let's go. Now, as you can see, they're going to be asking for a good amount of information. And not only can I not show that for this particular company, but also it's going to take forever. But as you guys can see, it's very easy. It's very straightforward. All you have to do is go through this process, enter in the information, things like your accountant information, bank account info, federal tax info, stuff like that. And then at the end, you'll be able to choose a plan. In terms of the plan, it's going to actually ask what features you need. So it's going to recommend a plan for you. Go ahead. If there's any of these that you need, you guys can check that. If there are any of these that you need as well, you guys can check that too. Basic support, continue, and the number of states. We'll select one for now. In this case, it's recommending the plus plan. You guys can see it's $60 per month plus $9 per month per person. Sometimes they do run deals, which is pretty great. And yeah, you can see pretty much what this plan offers. What I recommend doing is checking out the other plans as well. So you can see there's the simple plan, which starts at $40 per month plus $6 per month per person. There's the plus plan, which they recommended. And there's also the premium plan. This is going to be probably overkill for almost all you guys watching this, but these are probably going to be the two right plans for you. So just go through this, see what each one includes. And if there's something in here that you absolutely need, that means you should probably go with this plan. If not, this plan should also be okay. After that, it's going to have you choose your direct deposit speed. So you guys can do 4-day direct deposit. You guys can do 2 2-day direct deposit, or if you select one of the more premium plans, you guys can also do next day direct deposit. But for most of you guys, 2-day direct deposit is probably the best. It's also the most popular. So after you do all this, they're gonna approve your account, make sure all the information looks good. And after that, you'll be able to run your first payroll. So this is what my dashboard looks like within Gusto. Over here, you have the payroll section. So we can pay ourselves, we can pay contractors, see our expenses, look at payroll history and settings. They have all their different tools over here. You guys can see your company, all the different people within the company here. And as far as running payroll, you guys, this is really gonna depend on your company. What I recommend is just follow along with the different steps that Gusto is presenting you. That's really going to guide you in the right direction in selecting your pay period, as well as other details like that. So you can always come here, click run regular payroll, or you can also sign up for autopilot, which basically helps to automate payroll, saving you a ton of time. Or if you want to run a bonus payroll or off-cycle payroll, you guys can do that as well. I won't get into that in this video, but yeah, it's super simple. And the great thing is that Gusto is going to actually, pay the taxes for you, make sure all the paperwork is done and compliant, and also work with your state tax agencies as well. Anyways, that's basically how you set up payroll for your S corporation. Yes, you can do it yourself, but I do not recommend doing that. It's way too complicated, and there's just too many great platforms out there that do this for you and make sure that you're actually doing it correctly. Again, if you guys do want to sign up for Gusto, I will leave a link down below. And when you do use that link, you're going to get a free $100 gift card when you run your first payroll. You'll also be helping to support the channel as well and making content like this free. So thank you so much. Anyways, I hope you guys got a lot of value from this video. Payroll is pretty complicated, so make sure you guys stay compliant. We'll leave some links down below to resources that you guys can check up on. But yeah, I want to say congrats on running your first payroll and best of luck to you on your business. If you guys got some value from this video, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. This whole channel is dedicated to giving you guys free guides and tutorials helping you to start up your business. Thanks so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.